Good morning, thriving warriors. Alexa, what is the date?
It's Saturday, January 7th.
Okay, turn up the volume a little bit. Alexa, what time is it?
The time is 6:21 a.m.
Great. And Alexa, what is the weather?
Right now in Amargosa Valley, it's 32 degrees Fahrenheit with partly cloudy skies. Today's forecast has lots of clouds, with a high of 48 degrees and a low of 32 degrees.
Okay. Gotta put that in my book. 32 to 48. Today is the day we get the Timoth grass for the horses. 2 tons. Wow. A 6 month supply. Golly gee. Very interesting. Okay. Good morning, Diana. Charlene is at or on her way to work. No, she's at work. Or she's there. Good morning, Charlene. If you can hear us, maybe you'll be watching later. All right, so what are we trying to do here at Department of Career Services? We are trying to get you from point A to point B, where point B is better. Like that. So lighting better. Okay. So how do we do that? We do it through a series of breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs along your journey from point A to point B. Before we get started, you need to have a couple things. One is your gigantic cup of coffee. I'll do it that one. Gigantic cup of coffee that shrinks. 2, pen. I prefer this type of pen, which you can get at Walmart. 3, your writing place. Because it's not just to watch, it's not to passively or actively watch, it's to participate and really to learn. To learn, to pick up these breadcrumbs. Oh, there's a breadcrumb. Pick up the breadcrumbs and what? Use them along the journey from point A to point B. Additional breadcrumbs that we have in the description down below. Please subscribe, share, click on the bell. We have other breadcrumbs, including our 4-week course. I get my book tomorrow. Good. Our 4-week online course. Diana purchased the book, the state pen workbook, which is going to be changed to something else. Number 1. Number 2, we have the link to the motivational video, which I watch starting around 4:20 in the morning. It's not that. It's just 4:20 in the morning. As I prepare for this and the day, we have the link to the TED Talk that goes along with where we are today. This is week 1, day 6 in our 4-week neuroscience-oriented, well, you know the thing, our 4-week neuroscience-oriented to success, neuroscience-oriented program for success. Next, we have a link to Coursera. That is the online courses that we have for our people to actually learn to get certificates from top universities around the world. Then we have links to the other services we provide: housing, clothing, food, hygiene, transportation, skills training, foundational employment, and career planning. And we have a link to our Bible studies course at Baraka Church in Texas, near Houston, in conjunction or at the direction of the Prison Ministry of Texas. So all very cool stuff. And we have the transcript from Seth Godin's daily blog. So a lot of breadcrumbs packed into this little 15-minute-ish sort of, but not really, podcast. And we're at 4:45 in. So let's get going to the next breadcrumb. The next breadcrumb is our theme. It's simple. You want to get from point A to point B? Do you want to go on this journey from point A to point B successfully? You want to successfully complete the journey from point A to point B. It's simple. Breadcrumb, 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 dot, dot, dot. Today's message is watch your speech. Watch the words you use. Choose your words carefully, because it turns out from a neuroscience perspective that the way we speak influences the way we think. And not only the way we think, what we think. And what we think influences what we do. So, watch your words very carefully. If you go around saying negative things, speaking negative things, then you will behave in that manner. So we're going to learn from today's motivational video. There are 4 words that you should incorporate into your daily thoughts all the time. Appreciation. That kind of goes to our starting point to write down, I am so happy and grateful now that what? So happy and grateful now that, let's just think about that right now. I'm so happy and grateful now that, well, I would say the first thing that comes to my mind is I'm so happy and grateful now that Barry has been coming out here and getting the lights working, the lights on the property working. So we now have the street lights, and we have a lot of these light bulbs that were donated by the Air Force AFWorks and Mark Rowland and the Rowland family, that we can now put them out there, and it's going to be really cool, really cool. So I'm so happy and grateful that Barry has been coming out, lending not only his expertise and experience, but his wisdom and his attitude, an attitude of appreciation. So I'm very appreciative of that. So happy and grateful for that. The next word is actually gratitude. So appreciation, gratitude, care. Care for other people, care, and compassion. So if we go through thinking those thoughts, those are the thoughts that are in our mind. How can I take care of, how can I care for this person? Having compassion for those outside our circle of compassion. So as we learn from the Homeboys Mothership, envisioning a circle, and inside the circle are people that are like us, whatever us could mean. It could mean those who are saved. It could mean those who are secure, those who are employed, those who are whatever, those who go to this church. David Logan would say our tribe is inside the circle. Same thing with Simon Sinek. They're inside the circle. That's our circle of compassion. Those are the people we care about, right? They're inside. On the outside of the other people, the people who are not saved, the people who are not Christian, the people who are not employed, they're homeless, the people who are not taking drugs, they are taking drugs. Those are the people. So our circle, our goal is to eliminate the margins of the boundaries of the circle. So there's nobody outside the circle. Everybody is inside. How do we do that? We go to the margins of the circle, because then the margins expand, right? And they disappear. Anyway, those 4 words: appreciation, gratitude, care, compassion. Write those down. Like I have, and I use my pen, and I have a red box around it. Okay, cool. Yeah, 9:15 in. All right. 7 words. 7 words. Never another meme from today's motivational video. 7 words. As you think, so shall you become. Choose your words very carefully. As you think, so shall you become. If you think with appreciation and gratitude and care and compassion, so you will become a person of appreciation, gratitude, care, and compassion. Next. Okay, Seth Godin. What does Seth have to say about this subject? Just in time. Take a sip of coffee. Pete's Coffee, donated by City Impact. You may have noticed that when you eventually find something, it's in the last place you looked, mostly because after that you stop looking. And when a long-awaited moment finally arrives, the respite comes just in time, when we were at the end of our rope. That's largely because if we give up before then, it never arrives. And just because we can't probably stick things out longer than we'd like to believe. Let's see. That's largely because if we give up before then, it never arrives. And because we can probably stick things out longer than we'd like to believe. Correct. Navy SEALs say when you think you're done, you're 38% done. Waiting for the hero to save us just in time isn't nearly as productive as realizing that we have agency. We have the agency to quit when it makes sense to quit, ignoring sunk costs. And we have the agency to dig in deeper when it really matters, acknowledging that it might not work. Just keep digging. When help does arrive just in time, it's worth celebrating. Okay, so don't quit, don't give up. Because once it comes, it will be just in time. All righty then, all righty. Next thing on our hit parade is what, Diana? What is the next thing on our hit parade? Yes, the next breadcrumb along to pick up, to help us along the journey from point A to point B, where it's about the journey. It's not about the destination. The destination is successful. Success is a function of money times meaning and purpose. So money without meaning and purpose equals zero success. Minor money with a lot of meaning and purpose equals great success. Meaning is just simply act such that everything you do matters, and purpose is service to others. So if you act like everything you do matters and you help other people, plus a little bit of money, you will have success. But if you have no money, 0 times infinite meaning and purpose equals 0. You have to have money. You cannot do it. Earning and learning. Learning, earning, and yearning, the 3 stages of life. Good breadcrumb, Diana, thank you. There's 3 stages in life for everyone. Learning, earning, and yearning. Unfortunately, most of the people that we deal with, shortcut learning, they quickly move to earning, and then they continue to be yearning. So they are the kind of people that end up at 75 working at Walmart as a greeter, adding dog food to their top ramen or cat food to their top ramen. Not good, not necessary. Learning is the key. Learning is the key. Learning, we have our table, the table of our life, where we want to have a great solid table from which we can build things, we can learn things. Not a small little rickety table where it's hard to learn and hard to make things. Big, solid, nice, solid work table or dinner table, whatever it is. Nice, solid table, level, maybe legs that are adjustable, etc. And each leg is labeled. Physical, which is health and fitness. Emotional, control your emotions, because otherwise what? Somebody else will, and they will probably take you out of the game. But like Forrest Gump, if you can find a good mentor, somebody who you trust, somebody who's actually out for your best interest, and you hitch your proverbial wagon to them on their journey, guess where you're going to go? The same place they're going. So there's a lot to be said to getting I can't assemble the car. I can't do my own car to successful. I can't get the people. But what I can do is I can get a cart and I can hitch my cart to somebody else's wagon, somebody who knows how to get to successful, who can get the people in the vehicle. And yes, I will do my part. I will not be a boat anchor. I'll do my part to help them get to successful. All right. So I have this table, 4 legs on the table. Physical, which is health and fitness. If you're in poor health, poor fitness, you're not really going to get there. You have to be an example for other people. Health and fitness, physical, emotional, mental, always be learning. ABL, ABC, always be closing, always be learning. Always be learning. The world is changing. You need to keep up with the world. You'll be of little use to the world if you can't do stuff. Barry is such a help here because Barry can do stuff. He knows how to do stuff. He has tools, etc., etc. And spiritual, that which picks you up when you get knocked down. I would say in our culture, Christianity is the best, most practical thing. Now, a lot of people are going to say, no, it's always the best. Yeah, I get that. But if you're in Iran, it's not really going to be great for you while you are alive. Okay, not really great for you while you are alive to be an active practicing Christian. And there are other parts of the world that are even more hostile than that. Perhaps Saudi Arabia. I don't know. Used to be Russia. Used to be Mexico. Anyway, those 4 legs need to focus on. Next breadcrumb, last breadcrumb. Diana, last breadcrumb is what? Yesterday was the only easy day. Adopt an attitude of I'm going to push myself just a little bit more today, just a little bit more today. How do I do that? How do I do that? How do I make yesterday the only easy day? Well, I adopt an attitude of to become comfortable being uncomfortable, not always seeking luxury or comfort. 1, and you can say, God, that sucks. Okay, well, embrace the suck. Don't compare myself to other people. I compare myself to who I was yesterday. So I've got a good benchmark of what I can do to make yesterday the only easy day, to do a little bit more today. Right, Diana, good. Be more samurai. Karate chop chop. Be more samurai. And also remember, the fact that you are alive means what? God isn't done with you yet. Meaning and purpose. Meaning and purpose. Set a good example. And Diana has already said, and cut. Choose the hard path. Good, Diana. Good. And cut. Diana, we want you to be focused on how we can do this in Reno. Try to find some organizations that have housing for women. See what we can do. Maybe that place you got kicked out of when you got out of prison because you were talking about Larson. We'll talk about that later. Thank you, and cut. And cut.